This video is going to show you a couple ways that you can edit an already existing slideshow that you have created. So here's the slideshow that I created in my previous video. Just for reference, if I've already created, say I have this banner here that says Tokyo, Japan on it, I cannot edit this. This has already been created on the video. What I can do is I'm able to add text in between the images, as well as I can adjust the length of the images. So let me show you how you do this. I'm already signed in because here is my video. I'm going to go to upload, and then I'm going to go to video editor and click edit. This is going to bring up my videos that I've already created. Now I can hover over and see that my trip to Japan with text, this is the one that I created in the last video. I'm going to click on it and drag it down here to drag videos here. So here is my video. Say that I have this portion right here, my trip to Japan, and I want to take this away and add different text to it. If you notice when you're in the video editor, you have this blue bar that has the little scissors that are right here. I'm going to take this, and I've showed before where you can adjust the length of it. I'm going to come directly right after where it says my trip to Japan. I'm going to place the blue bar, and I'm going to click the scissors, split clip here. When I do this, I now have the ability to X this portion out. So now it's starting just with that very first image. Now remember, I cannot change this image here. But what I can do is I can come up here to my text advanced editor portion, take this centered title and put it in front and add a new centered title. So this one is going to just say Japan trip. And then again, just like I did in the previous video, I can change the background color to be something different. I can change here to the font color as well as size. So that is how I can take a text box that I had previously and delete it and then add a new one. Now say that I want to add text boxes in between some of these images. So I'm going to come back to my advanced editor by clicking in this gray portion, and then it brings the advanced editor back. I'm going to pause that. I'm going to come over and say that I wanted to add in between these two images, I wanted to be able to add a text box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my blue line up until right after where the last image is. So I want it to put in between these two images, and I'm going to split clip here. Go back, pause it, and now you can see right here where there's that little tiny scissors, that's telling me that that is split. So say that I want to include a zoom text. I'm going to take the zoom text and I'm going to drop it in between those two images that I just split. And now I'm going to say walking around the city. To say that I have a lot of text and I want to be able to put this on two lines, I can do so simply by putting my cursor inside of the text and hitting return. You can see that it's automatically centering it for me. I can make the text, I can do extra large with it, see what that looks like. That might be just a little too big, so I'm just going to do large. I can change the background color as well as the font here as well. I'm going to click outside of this particular, and then of course every change that you make, it comes through and re-renders. Now you notice that I have some audio here. Say that you don't want this particular music, say that you wanted to add a different song, you want to change it later. If I click inside, now it's best to do this before you make any edits, so it's one long strip. But say that I wanted to take the audio away from this one. I'm going to click inside, come up to audio, and I'm going to take my volume all the way down to 0. So now you see it's playing, but you don't hear any of the music. And then I can click into my gray area, come back up to my audio, and choose something different to put in. So this is a way that you can add music after the fact, or a way that you can change your music. Okay, so I like that. So I'm going to take this particular one and I'm going to come down. After I scan over, I'm going to come down and drop my audio here. But as you notice, it's now going to put it over all of my images. I'm going to click out of the box, and what I'm going to do is I only want it to be this first portion because that's the only portion I took the audio away. So I'm going to come all the way to the very end. I guess it's best if I do this. I'm going to click on it till I get those blue boxes, and I'm just going to keep on scanning to the left. There we go. So now I'm only putting that music on that particular portion of it so that when it transitions, you have Walking Around the City, and then you'll hear the other music. So actually it looks like I need to go to this spot right here. And that is how you can make some edits after the fact, by doing the text, by doing audio, by making cuts in between, as well as say that you have a lot of text here and I want it to be able to allow the reader to read all of the text. All I have to do is click where I put that text in. If it already exists, then make sure that you make one of those cuts with the blue scissors in between the text, and then drag it to the length that you would like it to be. Once you have made all your changes, I'm going to come up here, and this is my Japan trip, and then I'm going to put 2 on it because I wanted to know that this was the second one that I did from that first one. And then I'm just going to come up here and do create video, and it's going to tell me that we're processing the video and to check back later.